Adirondack Club community, it's Colin bringing you this week's Coach's Corner. This week we're going to talk about the 80% rule. Been chatting with a lot of parents lately, and one thing when we think about training is, are they able to, how intense does that training session need to be? When we're trying to build consistency, and a lot of what we're trying to do is build skill and competency in the movements. And what happens with a lot of youth athletes, they get pulled into kind of what they see maybe on the grind culture, the hustle culture that they see on Twitter or Instagram, where these guys are doing these grueling workouts to get ready for their sports seasons. From where we sit and what we've seen, that works for some athletes, but a very small percentage of athletes have the ability to go and crush themselves every day, the genetics to recover from things, and the will to want to do it over and over again. So what we try to do is, how do we get you to show up and work hard? And it doesn't need to be 100%, but how do we stay consistent and get 80% of our workouts in? Our athletes who commit to 100% come in flying, working as hard as they can. They just don't train consistently enough because they burn out. All right. So when we look at the year, can you hit 80% of your weeks twice a week? We like the 2 and 52, but we know that's not realistic between your year. When you're coming in to train, not every single training session needs to be this grind out workout. There are days where you're going to come in and just punch the clock, get in, get your lift in, and get out. Maybe you're working at your 80% of your capacity, or that's where there's just a couple reps left in the tank for every single exercise. That's not a bad way to train. What ends up happening, like I said before, is we end up training too hard, too frequently, especially in the start, and then our athletes are ghost. Especially in the summer, we see that a ton. So there you go. Think about the 80% rule, trying to stay in there and working hard, getting to your 80%, training 80% of your days,